Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin. All in, you got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside. Heading for collision and denial. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors.
Morning. Welcome to another episode of Fishing with Steve. You join me in a local stretch of canal, about half a kilometre from my house, and do some pike fishing. Another beautiful sunrise. It's just gone 7:30, about 20 to 8 now. Baits are out since about 7:15. Got here in the dark, set up. I wasn't going to head too far from the house this week. Just happy enough to get out. I had baits there from the last trip, and I had the rigs and all were tied and everything was done from the last trip, so I just said, you know what, I'm just going to pop down to my local canal, and we've had a couple of pike out here before, so just did a quick survey with the boat in the deeper. A few bait fish around the place, very little weed still. This place is in between 6 and 8 feet, so there's a hole just over here onto the left hand side, which I have the left hand rod that goes down to about 8.5 foot. And I have the right hand rod that's going out onto it's actually just on the drop off here, just in the margins. I had a little bit of interest on the left hand rod, and that's at about 8.5 foot of water. What I might do is take one of the ledger rods in, stick out a float rod, and check some of the mid water if we don't get any runs in the next kind of 40 minutes or so. Just great to be back out on the bank again. 2 weeks in a row. The wife's looking after me. Quick run through on our setup. We're using our carp rods today for dead baiting. This is the Fox EOS Pro. Got a 12 foots, 2-piece 3-pound test curve. You got the Fox EOS Pro 10,000s reels, load of 40-pound braid, and that's running down to our ledger stem from Fox. It's a running ledger stem, so we have the line is allowed to run freely through the ledger stem, and we're down to a 2-ounce lead. Now, I was asked last week on the last video, why do I use these ledger stems when I'm pike fishing? So on this bit of canal here, the weed has died off, but there's still about 6 to 8 inches of weed on the bottom and a bit of debris. So what this does is, this is a little float on this ledger stem, and if you imagine the lead hits the bottom, and the float the bit of buoyant foam holds the line up out of the weed, so the line is allowed to run freely then if a pike does take it. So that's down to a buffer bead. As I said, the stem's allowed to run free. Down to a buffer bead just to stop the stem on the ledger. And here we have, in between the buffer bead and the swivel of the trace, we have a quick link. What I use these quick links for is, if I do catch a pike and I net it, that while the pike is in the net, I'm able to quickly undo the trace from the main line, and I can leave the rods down, and then all I'm doing is lifting the pike out in the net. So it just makes it a little bit easier for unhooking when I get it back onto the unhooking mat. So that's down to 40-pound wire trace, 49 strand from Fox, down to size 6 semi-barb trebles, and we have a little flag here. I'm using smelt today, a fairly soft bait, so these little things are grand for helping to hold on the bait as well. As I said, they're semi-barb trebles. That's the rig for today. Well guys, we're well into the afternoon now. I'm starting to think that my only chance for a bite is going to be into the evening hours, which is not unlike on this swim anyway. Yeah, so we have the float rod has come in and has been taken out, and we're back ledgering on both rods, just to let charge up the underwater camera, and then we'll put the float back out with that on it. Yeah, so fishing wise it's not been a great day, as in we have no runs, no bites, or we've hadn't really any real indications on any of the ledger rods. I was hoping that, you know, I might have got a couple of takes on the clear spots that I found just either side of weed beds, but just hasn't been the case. But it is just great to be on the bank. Just pumping this full of oil here now. This is very oily stuff. I'm very careful with these needles. Well guys, it's just gone 5:15. The wife has just dropped me around a lovely flask of coffee to keep me going for the last hour. About an hour left of sunlight before we lose it. So hopefully we may get something. Been hoping all day really. Just did another scan with the bait out in the deeper as well, and haven't been able to locate bait fish. Haven't seen anything topping yet. It's fairly quiet in the harbour. It's very unusual. Any of the drop-offs that I normally fish or normally get pike off, they haven't worked. So we'll just wait and see. But anyway, listen, we live in hope. It's the hope that kills us. Anyway, we'll see how we get on this last hour. Cheers. Hey guys, unfortunately we didn't catch anything today. Total blank. I'll go back and have a look at this footage, see if any pike even came near the float rod. But yeah, those are the breaks. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you don't catch. But I'll tell you what, it was good. We met some subscribers there today. Young gentlemen that are starting out their fishing journey, and they subscribed to the channel. So we got some video of the guys doing a bit of fishing there in the dark. So give us your names then. So what's your, start with you. What's your name?
John.
Keon.
Patrick.
Patrick.
Sarah. Connor.
Very good. And the guys are here fishing in Kilcock. They came and say hello and subscribe to the channel, and fans. Well done guys, tight lines.
Tight lines is right.
Yeah. So that's great to see the young guys getting interested in fishing, and long may it last. That's all for this episode, guys. If you like the video, as always, please give us a like, subscribe, and do hit that bell to get notifications for our next upload, and we'll see you on the next one. Till then, tight lines.